To present the Ebo Balton Award, please welcome to the stage the chair of the City Planning Commission, Marisa Lago.
I have some words for the Ebo Balton Award Committee. You have selected the absolutely perfect honoree. If the only thing that Layla had ever done in her life was to launch RAD while a presidential management fellow at HUD during the Obama administration, she would have been worthy of the award. But Layla's done more. At HPD, it's hard to think of a single interesting, cool policy position that Layla hasn't held. Chief of Staff to the Office of Development, and then to the Commissioner, and now Deputy Commissioner for Neighborhood Strategies. In this role, Layla would have deserved the award if the only thing that she'd done was lead all HPD neighborhood planning and rezoning work. Walk down Livonia Avenue in Brownsville, and you will see firsthand how Layla's plans have produced scores of affordable housing units and transformed a neighborhood. Layla, you have so picked up the pace of dispositions of city-owned land for affordable housing that you're wearing out the city planning staff that has to process your ULURP applications. Now, while Layla is getting this award for her formidable accomplishments, I actually think that her best work lies ahead. About a year ago, HUD took a giant step backwards from its historic commitment to fair housing. That didn't stop Layla. She is leading the city's Where We Live initiative that will, hand in hand with communities, shape the next generation of New York City's fair housing strategies. So these are the jobs that Layla has held, but what matters every bit as much is how Layla does her job. She has an exceptional appreciation for the human side of housing, the human side of planning. She has a keen understanding of the knottiest, most arcane aspects of housing policy, but never loses sight of the overlooked communities that she's dedicated her life to serving. And has anyone ever seen Layla ruffled? Her preternatural calm is an absolutely essential tool in the heated meetings that she frequently finds herself in. Layla is a problem solver, an innovator, a leader. She leads not just in the arena of housing. Layla is also a leader of the LGBTQ+ community across the de Blasio administration. And finally, Layla is a hyphenated American, like so many of us New Yorkers. She uses her pride and her Persian heritage to teach and include people, making them feel welcome. So for all of these reasons, I'm so very proud to have the privilege of introducing my colleague and friend, Layla Bozorg.
Please welcome this year's Ebo Balton awardee, Layla Bozorg.
So Marisa, you just outed me to this entire crowd. Just kidding, everyone here knows I'm super gay. So it's as terrifying as I thought it would be to be up here, but I'm very pleased and honored to be here. I have to say, when Jessica called me about receiving this award, I did find it a little bit odd that the Ebo Balton committee selected me, because I thought, well, I've been part of some really amazing teams, but I don't feel like I personally have done that much in my career yet. And then when I learned, too, I talked to some people about Ebo and his legacy in the agency and in the city, it started reminding me a lot more, not so much of myself, but of my deeply committed staff in the Office of Neighborhood Strategies, a good handful of whom are here today at a table. People who really dig their heels in and fiercely defend their point of views on behalf of neighborhoods and communities. But also, let's be honest, like Ebo, people who drive you all a little bit crazy sometimes. The irony with an award like this is that it's much easier to appreciate a good community planner's stubbornness in retrospect than it is to appreciate those same qualities in someone in the present. So I say that to remind you to be nice to your local bureaucrats, even if we drive you crazy sometimes. I truly do appreciate being acknowledged for this award, but I mostly want to accept it on behalf of my team at HUD that I got to be part of, and especially my team at HPD. I feel truly privileged to have had these opportunities, and when I say privilege, I really do mean that. Working in public service has brought a lot of meaning into my life. It's also brought a lot of angst and a lot of gray hair, but a lot of meaning. And even though I crack jokes often, I do take this work really seriously. I've been starkly aware of the important role that government plays in our lives since my childhood. Like a handful of you that I've gotten to meet in this room, my parents left Iran after the 1979 revolution, a revolution that they were incredibly optimistic about at the time, but that turned quite south after an equally, if not more harmful government took power. Getting to then grow up in a town with incredibly strong public schools and a social fabric that really valued immigrant families, I was always reminded of the opportunity and American dream that my family got to live out. It was through my formal education and then my early years at HUD that I started to learn more about the many ways, many harmful ways and many positive ways too, that our government interventions and policies have really impacted urban neighborhoods. The truth is, while that history is storied, people in this room have done so much good work together, and that's something I personally find deeply inspiring. There are truly countless people who have new and improved homes, better and more stable lives as the result of all your work. And yet there is still another reality that we're all grappling with today, which is that there are more and more people that are feeling left behind, even as we continue to do more work together. People are still experiencing very real discrimination in the housing market, and they are genuinely afraid that the work we're doing together is going to hurt their communities more than help them. I don't personally have all the solutions to this reality, but I do know that we need to be doing more to address and not dismiss these concerns, and I really look forward to continuing to work together to prove the value and importance of our collective efforts. Now, I do want to take a few moments to thank some people who have played a big role in my career so far. And I'm actually first going to start by thanking two men, which is kind of unusual for a young woman to do these days. But I'd like to give credit where credit is due. Eric Enderlin, thank you for supporting my career in New York City, for teaching me the ropes and being an amazing boss. I also want to thank Pat Costigan, who's likely not here, but he was my mentor and boss at HUD. He taught me that even the best ideas are stupid if you can't find a way to bring everyone along and make them feel included and heard. And now I want to thank many of the women I've gotten to work for and with who inspire me every day. Carol Galante and Laurel Blatchford during their time at HUD for their mentorship. Maria Torres Springer for pushing me to grow as an executive and leader. Marisa and Anita for being such tremendous leaders and thought partners at City Planning. Molly, Eva, the two Anne Maries for being such great teammates and all their teams at HPD. And then, of course, Vicki Bean. Vicki, I know you ran over here from class, and you're usually in 3 places at once, but I want to thank you not just for your mentorship, your leadership, and for giving me the opportunity to work alongside you when you were our housing commissioner, but from the deepest parts of my heart, I want to thank you for coming back to us. I know a lot of people in here think you're bonkers for taking the job, but I just think you're great. I want to congratulate the other awardees today. I'm incredibly proud to share this stage with you. And then, of course, I really want to thank my parents who couldn't be here today, and my 3 siblings who all serve as my inspiration and emotional safety net, and especially my sister. By having children, she's kind of given me my most favorite and fun role in this life so far, which is to be the kind of crazy, cool, gay aunt. Thank you.
Congratulations to Layla on your award. Thank you to Acting HPD Commissioner Eric Enderlin and soon-to-be Deputy Mayor Vicki Bean for joining us to congratulate her.